Unless you want to be.
No. It's not my backside.
All right, well, we're live on YouTube right now. So. Whew. All I ever do is be on the TV. I knew I wanted to be on the TV. I didn't know it'd be this much. All right. How you guys feeling tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Ooh, fine.
Fine. All right. So, welcome to, I'm just going to put this over here. We'll have a nice little, very well. So, come to your comfortable space, bring your hands onto your knees, let your shoulders roll back and away from your ear, wherever you are, whether you're in the room with us or maybe you're practicing at home or you are practicing at home tomorrow. Wherever you are, just start to drop into out of your nose. Outside, wherever you are or wherever we are. Let those sounds be there. Yes. Maybe if you're not feeling so great, maybe jump right in 2 feet into that not great feeling and see if you can set an intention to feel differently. Allow it to be a part of your practice as a reminder throughout to come back to the space, to the body that you're in. As you take your next breath, we'll take that intention and plant it in between our palms and our heart center. Tuck your thumbs into your sternum, let your shoulders roll back and away. We'll open our class tonight with the sound of one Om chanted, either together or you can just sit. Inhale. On the next breath, inhale, lift the palms up above your head, reach them tall. Open your hands wide, and then exhale, let the palms settle down to the earth next to you. Maybe the palms go flat or the fingers touch lightly. Inhale again, flip the palms up to the sky, reach the palms up above the head. Exhale again, float the arms down to your sides. This time as you inhale, lift the palms up but only halfway, arms face out. Exhale, reach, squeeze in toward the center. Inhale, open the arms out wide, send your gaze up. Exhale, hug those arms in, left over right. Inhale, open out wide. Exhale, right over left. Inhale, open. Exhale, one more time, left over right. Inhale, open wide, send your gaze to the sky. Lift the palms up over your head. Interlace your fingers, palms press up to the rooftops. And then as you exhale, begin to drop your body over to the right side. Inhale, lift back up to center. Exhale, release the arms down to your side, shoulders up, back, and down. In breath, lift the arms all the way up, interlace the fingers, palms to the sky. Exhale, dip your body to the opposite side. Inhale. On the next breath, take the right hand and plant it behind you. Lift your head, lift your heart. Bring the left hand. Exhale, float the palms down to your sides. Next breath. As you take your next breath, release and lift the arms up to the sky. Exhale, float, line your joints up. As you inhale, reach behind with your right leg. Toes point down, heel presses back. And then exhale, we're going to take this leg across the left. And then send your eyes over your left shoulder. Looking at those right toes. Inhale, lift the leg back up. Exhale, bring the knee back down. Rock and sway those hips from side to side if that feels okay. And then as we're ready, we'll move to the other side. Inhale, reach the left leg back. Make any over the right shoulder. Inhale, lift the left leg back up. Exhale, bring the knee down. Drop the hips back. You can widen those knees out. Bring the toes together if it feels okay. Tuck everything down in. Bring yourself into child's pose. Elongate your fingers toward the front of the mat as you draw your hips back toward your heels. As you take your come on to all fours again into table. Begin to curl your toes under, press your hips back towards your heels, and then inhale, lift your hips to downward facing dog. Let your head hang and let your heels pedal. Create space in your down dog, allow for your body to expand and contract with every breath. Maybe some pops and cracks. Moving through the joints. As you take your next breath, allow your left foot to come to the top edge of the mat. Right foot's going to come to the right edge of the mat. Heels on, toes off. Exhale, drop your hips down. Make your way to everybody's favorite. Maybe not so much. Just breathe. As you exhale, bring the palms down to the mat. Inhale, lift the hips up to the sky. Maybe this feels a little uncomfortable in the back of your hamstrings. Bend your knees if you need to. Inhale, slowly begin to roll yourself up. Roll your shoulders back and away from your ears. Make any wardrobe adjustments that you need. All right, as you take your next exhale, we're going to bend the knees and drop the hips like chair pose, but we're going to go a little deeper and reach your arms out in front of you for bear pose. Yeah, we're like a bear. Like a bear hug. Like a bear hug. Exactly. Doesn't feel so good though sometimes. It's a little uncomfortable. So just be with that. Love where you are. And then as you exhale, lift your hips up slightly. Bring your heels on and toes off. And then exhale, drop down back into Malasana. Press your palms into the mat, lift your hips, step your right foot back and your left, come into a squat or a squat plank. Then lower down, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. As you take your next breath, step your left foot to the top edge of the mat, right foot to the right edge of the mat. Heels on, toes off. Exhale, hips down. Yeah, you're gonna love this. Maybe you won't. Maybe you'll hate it, but we'll see. It just occurred to me to call them camping sun salutations. Because you're like, this is also sometimes called camper's pose. Because, you know, I'll let you lead you to your imagination. As you take your next breath, press your fingers into the mat, lift your hips up, swivel your feet on the mat, inhale, roll all the way up. Exhale, bend your knees, drop your hips, make your way to bear. As you exhale, straighten the legs slightly, fold forward, bring your heels on, toes off, drop your hips down, squat. Press your palms into the mat, lift the hips slightly, step back with the right and the left into plank, drop your knees, lower down, inhale to cobra, but I don't know. Trail. Exhale to downward facing dog.
Maybe more.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know where you're camping. Maybe you're camping where there's cobras. That sounds like
not be camping with.
It sounds like a lot of fun. A little bit dangerous.
Bears and cobras.
Bears and cobras. Yep. As you take your next breath, this time just your right foot steps forward. On our camping trip, apparently this is turning into a camping flow. We're going to inhale and lift up into a crescent lunge because there's a lovely crescent moon. If you look up in the sky tonight, you'll see it there. Nice little waxing moon up there in the sky.
And a meteor shower.
And a meteor shower. My goodness. And Mercury's in retrograde. Only till November 4th.
And you can still see Mars.
And you can still see Mars. Last week we saw Jupiter. No, Saturn. Everything's crazy. It's amazing. Exhale, fold forward. Put your palms in, take your back foot, step it up. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, bend the knees slightly, lift the arms all the way to the sky, reach them nice and tall. Exhale, you can bring your arms down to the sides. Walk your feet in if that feels good. Mountain. We do find mountains a lot of the time. To stand firmly in that, connect to those pieces of rock older than you, older than anyone you'll ever know or have ever known. As you take your next breath, inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up and out halfway. Exhale, fold down, plant your palms into the mat, step back into your plank. Drop your knees if you need it. Lower. Inhale. Exhale, dog. Next breath, inhale, left foot steps forward. Again, finding that crescent moon, lift your arms to the sky. We hung out in the last one for a little while, so we're gonna have to hang out in this one for a little while too.
Exhale, hands at the waist and fold, let your palms step forward. Let's do that instead. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, bend your arms, bend your knees, lift your fingers up to the sky. Exhale, come back to that steady mountain. I think I need to be there for a minute. Reconnecting here. As you take your next breath, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up and out halfway. Exhale, fold down. Plant your palms, step back, and either flow or go to down dog. On the next breath, we're going to inhale and step the right foot to the front of the mat. Back foot plants down at 45 degrees. As you inhale, rise into warrior one. As you take your next breath, sweep your hands behind you, send your gaze forward, and then inhale, shift your weight and lift, lift your left foot up. Exhale, drop the left foot back down, reach the fingers to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, take the back foot, step it up. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, lift the arms all the way to the sky. Keep them lifted. As you exhale, take your left foot and either bring it to the top of your right foot, to your ankle, or to your calf for a tree pose. Random tree. We are camping. You never know when you're going to find a random tree. As you take your next breath, release your tree, step your right foot back, come back to warrior one. Exhale, open out to warrior two. Palms face down. It's beautiful. Paradise for the dashboard light. Oh, jam. Oh, it's so good. As you take your next breath, cartwheel your hands down. Press your palms in, either step and flow or go right to downward facing dog. Flows, as you know, or may not know, but they are always optional. Do not feel obligated to take that flow. As you take your next breath, we're going to step the left foot forward, right heel plants down. Inhale, lift your arms up to the sky. Exhale, sweep the hands back, shift the weight into the left side of the body, and then inhale, lift up. Exhale, drop the left, what's this foot? Right foot down, arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, lift the arms to the sky, keep them lifted, and then take the right foot and either bring it to the left foot, the left ankle, or the calf, or even into the thigh if that's available. As you take your next breath, release the right foot, step it back behind you, warrior one again. And then exhale, open out into warrior two. Left foot to the front, right foot to the back. If you did it the wrong way before, do it the wrong way now. So that you're out. You're okay. Cool. Evenness is more important than right or wrong. As you take your next breath, cartwheel down. All right, as you take your next breath, walk, step, float, or hop both feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, take a slight bend to the knees, lift the arms all the way up. Exhale, arms down to your side, shoulders up, back and away from your ears. So on our camping trip, we come across pyramids, and we're not really sure why, because we don't know where we are. We got lost. Next thing you know,
It goes with the cobras.
because it does go with the cobras. Maybe we'll do Sphinx pose today too. Who knows? All right. So pyramid. We're on railroad tracks with our feet. You can bring your hands to your hips. Roll your elbows toward each other. Open your heart if that feels comfortable. Lift your gaze to the sky. Take a deep breath in through your nose, and then as you exhale, keep the elbows pulling toward each other as you fold at the waist. As you exhale, you can maybe fold deeper. Maybe your hands come to the earth. Maybe you have blocks. If you don't, just find whatever earth is yours. And then as you inhale, you're going to, again, lean forward to the right side of your body, lifting your left leg up. Send your gaze towards your knee. As you exhale, send that left leg into the warrior two. Reach your palms in opposite directions. Open those fingers out wide. Inhale, straighten out the front leg. Reach the right hand forward. Tuck the belly towards your back. Exhale, bring the right hand down and left hand up. Inhale, rise back up. Bring your hands to your hips. Roll your shoulders toward the front of the mat. Bend the knee slightly and take your left foot and step it forward. That helps. Okay, so as you're ready, take a stance, railroad tracks. Hands on the hips, roll the shoulders back and away. Nice open heart. Come back to your intention if you're already in the next day or in yesterday or 8 years ago or 8 years from now. Inhale, lift your heart up. Exhale, hinge at the waist and fold. Focus on the grounding sensation in your feet. As you exhale, begin to lower the fingers toward the mat, getting a little deeper. As you begin to inhale, lift that right leg up. As you exhale, plant the right foot down at 90 degrees. Rise up, open out into warrior two. Take a nice deep breath. Bring the left hand down and the right hand up. As you inhale, rise back up. Bend the right knee, left knee. take your right foot and step it to the front of the mat. Again, shake it out. Planting ourselves back in our mountain pose. Bring your shoulders back and away from your ears. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale and fold. We're going to take just the left foot and step back. We're going to walk the right foot to the outer edge of the mat because it wouldn't be a camping trip, I guess, without lizards. Back knee down. You can keep your hands planted here. You can also start to send energetically your forehead forward as your forearms come down onto the mat, if that feels comfortable in your hip. Maybe it feels a little edgy. We're attempting to find ease within this edge, an edge within this ease. On your next breath, inhale, lift yourself back up. Press your palms in and walk your right foot to the center of the mat. And then we're going to straighten out the right leg as you hinge back. Your heart for a little half split. Half Hanumanasana. Hanuman, the monkey god who climbs and jumps over mountains to rescue Sita. On the next breath, inhale, hinge back forward. Press your palms into the mat. Curl your left toes under. Lift your hips up. Press your palms in and then step your left foot forward. Inhale, look up. Exhale, lower down. Step just your right foot back. And drop that knee to the earth. It feels okay. Walk the left foot to the outer edge of the mat. Keep your palms down as you get yourself situated. Maybe walk that foot backwards. Look behind maybe and make sure your knee is lined up with your hip. And then if you feel ready, maybe lowering down energetically, allowing for your forehead to reach forward as your forearms come down onto the mat, if it's there. Inhale, begin to press yourself back up, slowly and with intention. Start to walk this left foot back into the center. And then we're gonna straighten out that leg and hinge back, toes face toward your heart. As you inhale, begin to hinge back forward. Curl your right toes under, lift your hips up. Press your palms in, step back forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, lift your arms all the way to the sky. Exhale, arms down to your sides, shoulders up, back and down. Right. Feeling that earthly connection. Maybe imagining yourselves actually in those mountains, breathing in the fresh, clean, crisp air. Maybe it's snowy. Or maybe if you don't like snow, you're more of a temperate person. Maybe it's a nice early fall day. As you take your next breath, inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold down. We're going to do one final flow here. So step back, and if you'd like to flow, you can. And if not, maybe you did your final flow in the beginning of class, or maybe you're never going to do a final flow because you've never done one. Who knows? All right, as we make our way down from down dog, we're going to start to lower onto our knees. Then we're going to drop all the way down onto the belly. Because we went camping in Egypt, we need to use Sphinx pose. So we're going to align our shoulders with our elbows, palms pressed into the earth. We don't want to bring our shoulders into our ears. We want to make sure that we are pressed up and lifted, and our gaze is out in front of us. So take a small back bend here. Just enough to give us some energy for the remaining parts of our practice. That's basic. It's like a twofer. Just like a little sip of water, a little Sphinx. Yeah. For those of you who are not in the studio with us, I did not turn on any air conditioning or heat, so it's quite toasty in here. I think.
It is.
They both agree.
I'm sweating.
See, who needs hot yoga? We create our own heat. As you exhale, send your elbows out to the side, palms face down, gaze comes down to the mat. As you take your next breath, we're going to do another Sphinx pose. So bring your elbows back in, forearms pressed into the mat. Roll your shoulders down, lift your gaze out. Breathe. Feel your belly pressing into the earth below you. As you take your next breath, elbows out to the side, palms press down, gaze comes down. Inhale, we're going to look back up slightly. We're going to send the left arm long. The right elbow is going to come down onto the mat, and the forearm comes down. We're going to bring the right knee up toward the right elbow, and then let the inner thigh settle down onto the mat. The instep of the foot settles onto the mat, so that we're here in our half frog. Your left cheek, if your extra edge isn't part of your practice tonight.
Possibly red-eyed tree frogs if they're near the pool or something.
Possibly. As you take your next breath, press back into your right hand, slide your left hand back towards your body, and then send the right leg long. Stabilize yourself with your palms. As you inhale, maybe bring the right hand out long, and then the left knee up toward the left elbow. Same position on the other side, opposite cheek to the mat. those stars, and maybe you can see Mars and Saturn and Jupiter and Venus and the moon in that crescent shape, everything we talked about. Maybe you can even see the constellation of the bear, the frog, and everything else that's up there. Start to bring your knees towards your heart. Rock back and forth. Massage your spine into the earth. As you exhale, send your left leg long. Tuck your right knee closer to your heart center. Take your left hand to the outside of your right knee and guide that knee across your body. As you inhale, begin to bring the knee back into center. Squeeze it in towards your chest. And then exhale, bring the left knee into match. Rock back and forth. On the next breath, send the right leg long. Keep the left knee tucked in. Use your right hand and guide your left knee across your body. Inhale, bring your knee back into center. Bring our legs up in the air. Since we are inside, you can sweep your legs around and bring your legs up the wall. If you'd like, if you're at home and you have a place that you want to do that, you can. If not, you can always bring your hands to your low back. You can also bring a block or a book or a pillow or something else underneath of your low back to lift your legs up. Winding our bodies down to get ready for Shavasana. This is sometimes called waterfall pose, which is also something you might see if you're hiking or camping. Enough imagination, you can make anything possible. If your legs are up the wall, you can choose to continue to stay there. If your legs are up in the air and you want to begin to release them down, remove that block from underneath of your low back. You can make any final movements that you'd like. Let your legs soften down onto the mat, or if your legs are remaining up, let them soften into the wall. Feel the support of the earth below you. Just breathe and release. Allow for the exhales to set you free.
Begin to allow for your breath to grow deeper. As your breath deepens, begin to wiggle the small parts of your toes and fingers, your wrists, ankles. Maybe begin to bend at the elbows and the knees, gradually increasing your movements to your larger joints. And slowly taking a moment to roll over onto your side. Find a space of pause. Yesterday doesn't matter and tomorrow doesn't exist. The only thing that's real is right here and now. As you take your next breath, begin to press yourself back up to a seat. We'll bring our hands into heart center, press your palms toward each other, lift your elbows slightly, tuck your thumbs into your sternum. I want to thank everyone who joined me in practice today. Thank you for taking the time, no matter what it took to get you here, you did it. And it's with all the light in me that I can see and honor and bow to all the light in you. Namaste. Namaste. Turn off the camera.